We're back for another racked up adventure. So we got part 2 of our Winchester XPR Renegade long range series. We're going to do sight in and first shots with this 300 Winchester Short Mag. I've got the 6 types of ammo that you see in front of me. Federal Terminal Ascent, Federal Fusion, Hornady Precision Hunter, Norma Bond Strike, the Hornady Outfitter, which is a copper load, and the Corlock Tipped from Remington. We're going to run 3-shot groups on each one of these types of ammo, and we're going to see which one this rig likes the best. Alright, we're going to get started. We're going to sight in this rig first. To sight in, I normally just do what I call the look-through method. I remove the bolt, and then I'm going to look through the barrel, line up on the target, and then we will take our shot, see where we're at on paper, and adjust from there. Alright, centering the target up through the barrel, and then looking through the scope. Looks like I need to come down about 6 inches. The scope has good click by the feel, but I'm not hearing any audible click to it. Alright, that looks good as far as up-down goes. Left-right looks actually pretty decent, enough to be on paper. Alright, looking through the scope and down the barrel, looks like we're pretty good about being on paper. So I'm going to go ahead and put the bolt back in, load one into it, and then we'll see where we hit. All right, one in the chamber. Take it off safety, and let's see what we do. Alright, looks like we're about 2 inches high and a ½ inch to the right. Not bad, not bad. Go ahead and bring that down. 8 clicks. I think I'm going to leave the left-right right where it's at. See how we did. One inch to the right would have been at the top of the diamond. I'm going to leave that right there. We'll run a 3-shot group with it from there. You know, I'm going to let that barrel cool before I do this. I don't want to mess these groups up shooting out of that hot barrel. Be back in a minute. While we're waiting for that barrel to cool, I'd like to take this opportunity to ask you to like this video, subscribe to my channel, support the cause. It doesn't cost nothing for you to do so, but it really helps us out. Throw comments in, feedback, tips, questions, whatever you want into the comments. I do read and respond to every comment, question. I do my research. I answer the question to the best of my knowledge or to the best of the ability I have to find the information you're looking for. I don't know everything about everything, but I've been doing this for well over 30 years. It's my life's passion. I enjoy it, and I'm happy to share it with you guys. So like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. And thank you. All right, we're back. The barrel's cooled. I'm going to run 3-shot groups. I don't know if I said this when I sighted in, but I sighted in with the Remington core lock tipped. I'm going to run a 3-shot group with this ammo now. This is a 150 grain core lock tipped. It's running 3,340 feet per second at the muzzle. It does not list energy data on the box, but 3,340 feet a second, that's booking it. The Remington core lock tipped is a green tipped projectile, good looking brass. Got 3 loaded in the magazine. Let's see how she groups. All right, I'm going to shoot at the top left-hand target, top left of the left-hand target. Here we go. An 1.5 inches high, inch to the right. That's the same hole. That's a 3-shot group in the same hole. Just made it bigger. Okay, the barrel's cooled and we're back. We're going to go with the Federal bonded soft point fusion tipped. These are traveling at 3,100 feet a second, 3521 energy out of the barrel. This is it's a spent one. This is a soft point ammo, non-tipped, but it is a bonded ammo for better penetration. Let's see how these group. It'll be hard to beat that core lock tipped. Put it 1 inch high and 1 inch to the right. That's going to be just over an inch group. That's good enough to harvest any animal in North America. I'll let the barrel cool again, and then we'll get on to the next one. Okay, we let it cool, and we're back now with some Federal Terminal Ascent. This is a 200 grain projectile traveling at 2,810 feet a second with 3,506 foot-pounds of energy. This is a black-tipped projectile, good-looking silver-coated brass. We'll load 3 of these up and see what it does. It's warm out here in the sun today. All right, let's see how it likes it. All right, we're going to shoot the bottom left-hand corner of the left-hand target. Number 2. All right, 3 right there together. And she heaved back up on us. We're going to have to let her cool one more time, and then we'll do another group. Okay, we let it cool, and we're back. Did make a minor improvement. While we were off, I put the sunshade up to try to keep things from getting cool. My cameras were overheating. The barrels were getting way hot. The ammunition was getting hot. So we put the sunshade up, and now we're going to move on to testing some Norma Bond Strike. The Bond Strike is traveling at 3,084 feet per second. It has 3,802 pounds of muzzle energy. This one's cruising pretty good as well. This is a bonded bullet. Blue tip. Good looking cartridge. Nice looking brass. Let's see how 3 of these group. All right, we're loaded up. Let's go. All right, this one is going to be in the bottom right-hand corner of the left target. All right, let's see what she does. That's another good group. It's probably about a 3/4 inch group. All right, the barrel's heated up. It's not as hot as it was when we were in the sun, but I'm going to let this one cool, and then we'll do a 3-shot group of Precision Hunter. All right, we let it cool. We're back at it. Hornady Precision Hunter. This is a 200 grain ELDX traveling at 2,820 feet per second. There is no energy reading on the box. This is a red tipped cartridge. Another good looking brass. Let's get 3 of these loaded in. See how they shoot. All right, we got to change targets. So this one is going to be the top left-hand corner of the middle target. It's 2 in the same hole there. Having 16 zoomies really helps me see where those bullets are hitting. That's a good group right there. That's a 1/2 inch group. Precision Hunter typically does pretty well. All right, we got to let the barrel cool, and then we'll do the last one, the Hornady Outfitter. All right, we're back for our last one for the day. We got the Hornady Outfitter. This is a copper bullet. It's a CX bullet. It is traveling at 2,900 feet per second. There's no energy listed on the box. Again, this is a copper monolithic projectile. Red tipped. Good looking brass. Let's see how they shoot. All right, I'm going to shoot the bottom left corner of the middle target. That's looking like right at a 1 inch group, not bad. I've never hunted with copper, but I might try this year. There you have it, everyone. We're going to pull those targets in, and then I'll measure them up. All right, we're back. I've got the targets labeled and measured. Let's take a look at how these different ammo types shot through this 300 Winchester Short Magnum Winchester XPR Renegade. So if you come up here to start, we started off with the Remington Corelock tipped. Well, we started off like a ball of fire, a .39 inch group. That's a really, really good group at 100 yards out of any rifle. Then we moved over to the Federal Fusion. As you can see, this one didn't fare as well. It's got a 1.16 inch group. These shots here in the middle was our sight-in shots. That was our first shot after the sight-in, and then that's the shot we settled on to do our groups. And as you can see, all the groups pretty much were in the same general area. Each one adjusted its point of impact a little bit based off the cartridge. The third one we got was the Federal Terminal Ascent. That came in at a 0.56 inch group. And then you got over in this corner, there's your Norma Bond Strike, 0.72 inch group. Another real good group, worthy of taking any animal that we'll go after. Then the last two, there's your Hornady Precision Hunter. Came in at a 0.48 inch group. Always shoots decent out of most guns. And then the last but not least, the Copper Load, the Hornady Outfitter. It came in at a 0.93 inch group, so just under 1 MOA. Another real good group, capable of taking any animal in North America. But there you have it, folks. 6 ammo types, all out of the Winchester XPR Renegade Long Range 300 Winchester Short Mag. Well, that about wraps it up. I hope everybody liked this video. If I could, again, please do you like and subscribe. If you stuck it out to see the end of this video, I really, really appreciate it. The more view time I get on the videos, the more subscriptions, the more likes, all helps me with the YouTube algorithms. I appreciate you. Until we meet again on our next racked up adventure.